Hello everyone and welcome to my official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Let's go start. Now Bold the Beautiful sees Liam Spencer Scott Clifton in recovery. But will his brain surgery change him for the worse? After Grace Buckingham, Cassandra Creech, and the other doctor did experimental brain surgery, she told Bill Spencer and Diamond that Liam's brain tumor was completely removed. But we are wondering whether this medical miracle might come at a high cost. And I'm not talking about the money. We're going to see some ways that this cutting-edge surgery that Grace suggested could have Liam waking up as a totally different man. Liam Spencer's recovery. Will brain surgery change him? So, right now we've got Bill pacing and waiting after he paid $1 million to get this miracle surgery for Liam. And his son is out of surgery and in recovery, but he still hasn't woken up. Grace said Liam may be unconscious for a while, but she also said it looks good and this likely saved Liam's life. So, Grace is telling Bill they got their miracle, brain tumor's gone, Liam's going to live. And that's all amazing news, but it all seems a little too easy and too convenient. I mean, I've been expecting an 11-hour miracle save. That's not the part that seems easy. You know, I just wonder if there's a chance that Grace didn't tell them about some possible side effects of the surgery. Maybe there's a twist coming, because if there's not, then again, this all seems just way too easy. So, it could be that Liam gets this new lease on life. He's going to live to a ripe old age. But what if he's a whole new Liam? You know, one that isn't like the man that Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, and Hope Logan Annika Noel fell in love with? What if Liam comes out of this as someone entirely new, but not necessarily in a good way? I did a little research, and cancerous brain tumors as well as surgeries to remove them can change your personality, your emotions, your behavior. I actually had a friend whose husband had a brain tumor, and he went just in this like you. It was like a stranger was in her house, and even after the brain surgery, he never came back to the sweet guy she married. Things didn't work out for them because of the lobe it was pressing on and had done some kind of permanent damage. But that's been a while. So, I wanted to refresh myself with real research. And after brain surgery, patients may have issues with decision-making. They may struggle with impulse control. They may have drastic changes in their social behavior. Some behaviors may be inappropriate. So, that's why I'm wondering if Bill's son is about to change. Bold and the Beautiful. Exploring potential outcomes of Liam's transformation. So, the first outcome I think that would be pretty interesting is if Liam went dark and he went ruthless. The complete and total opposite of how he's always been. You know, for the most part, Liam's been chill, laid back. Bill used to call his son a tree-hugging tofu boy. And of course, Liam's had his issues on Bold and the Beautiful. He's been a cheater. He's waffled between Steffy and Hope, but he's never been wicked. You know, Liam just sometimes can't help but follow his heart. Even when it led two different directions, two different women, sometimes even overlapping with Steffy and Hope. But the idea of a dark Liam, that sounds really intriguing to me. And I think in the past, I've read that Scott Clifton thought it would be cool to play a darker version of Liam, and they've never really done it. Will Liam Spencer become aggressive and pursue Hope Logan? So the second thing that could come out of this is because he beat the brain tumor, Liam may not want to waste one more day, not one more minute, and decide he's going to grab life by the horns and get kind of aggressive. You know, Carp Diem sees the day stuff, taking what he wants by any means necessary. And that may start with taking Hope. Maybe Liam decides he wants Hope back and Liam wakes up and immediately starts making really big moves, makes a play for her, tells Hope she should dump Carter Walton Lawrence St. Victor and come back to him. We all know how much Liam loves Hope, and I do believe he is still in love with her now. I feel like Liam only pushed her at Carter because he thought he was going to die, and Liam didn't want Hope sitting around mourning him. Liam wanted Hope to have a happy life full of love, and he thought Carter would be a good stepdad to Beth. But once Liam wakes up and finds out he's going to live, he may tell Hope, "Listen, I love you. I'm in love with you. I'll always be in love with you. I want to be with you. Leave Carter. Pick me." And if his personality is altered by the tumor or surgery pushing on an important part of his brain, Liam might even pressure Hope or demand that she choose him and be real pushy about it. Liam may act like somebody that Hope doesn't necessarily recognize. And if she sticks with Carter, We could see Liam getting obsessive about Hope. And that could be super dramatic. Could Liam channel Dollar Bill? Exploring Liam's potential transformation. So the third way Liam might change is that he could start acting more like his father Bill. We all know even on their worst days, Liam and Wyatt Spencer Darren Brooks have never been ruthless like their dad, who is all about profit by any means necessary, grabbing what he wants. Bill will run over anybody to make things happen. So, it'd be interesting if Liam woke up channeling the very worst traits that he inherited from Bill, but he always kept in check. Right before the surgery, Liam got what he always wanted from Bill. His dad was open, talked about his feelings, told Liam he loves him and was proud of him. And then if it flips around and Liam basically turns into Bill and treated his dad the way Bill used to treat him, I think that would be really interesting. A version of Liam cocky and arrogant, kind of like a snack-eyed version of Dollar Bill, insulting his dad, mocking him. Liam acting like Bill would be a huge karmic slap to his dad. So, if Liam came out of this as like Dollar Bill 2.0, I think that would stun everybody. Will Liam pursue Steffy Forrester again? The impact on Finn and their friendship. The next way Liam could change for the worse is if he turned on Finn Tanner Novlan, who is now his good friend, and Liam started pursuing Steffy again. Finn and Liam have built this genuine friendship during this cancer crisis. They genuinely like each other. But if Liam comes out of this surgery and turns into a real jerk and starts chasing Steffy, that would destroy this newfound friendship with Finn. And Liam and Finn could become rivals again. Steffy would hate that. So would Finn. I think a lot of fans would hate that because they don't want to see Liam back in the middle of them. It would be a soapy outcome, but I think a terrible outcome. But never say never. Amnesia twist. Will Liam forget his past on Bold and the Beautiful? And the last thing is a standard soap trope. Liam comes out of the brain surgery with, wait for it, amnesia. He could wake up with no memory of who he is, of his life, his dad, Bill, or anybody else. Everybody would be horrified if Liam didn't remember them. Especially Bill, who just shelled out $1 million for this medical miracle cure. Now, I would actually like to see Liam wake up from this surgery changed. I think it would be cool to see him channel Bill or chasing Hope kind of aggressively or turning dark. Those are really fun options. I would absolutely dislike the idea of Liam going after Steffy again. And I also do not think I'd enjoy seeing Liam with amnesia. That plot has been so overdone on soap operas. The best case scenario. Liam returns to his old self. So, the best case, but also the least dramatic, is Bill sits there waiting and Liam wakes up cured of the cancer and the same sweet little vegan that everybody knows and loves. Of course, that wouldn't be that interesting though, so wait and see how it plays out.